Now two configurations are left. Short stub connected in series. Stub is shorted with characteristics impedance of ZSC. The stub is connected to the main line in series. It is positioned at a distance of D stub from load. Length of the stub is L stub. The another possible combination is stub is open in nature and connection is a series connection. So this is the open circuited stub with a characteristics impedance of ZSC, position at a D stub from the load with a length of L stub. It is in series with the main transmission line. Okay. Let's frame one simple problem statement for these two. Okay, say let me call it as a figure A and this is figure B. Problem statement for this: find the length and position of short circuited stub connected in series with the main transmission line. The ZL value is given, Z0 characteristics impedance is given. Similarly for this we can frame the problem statement as find length and position of open circuited stub connected in series with the main transmission line. Let's assume the same value of ZL and Z0. Let's see how to get the solution, that is L stub and D stub for these two. First we need to normalize the impedance, normalize the load impedance, which is nothing but ZL by Z0. I got the normalized impedance value as this. Let's plot this normalized impedance ZLN on Smith chart. This is your Smith chart and I am using Z chart. Z chart I am using as whether it is an open stub or short stub, connection is a series connection. We decided one thumb rule that if connection is series, use Z chart. For parallel connection, use Y chart. The problem statement says that short circuited series connection, open circuited series connection. Therefore, as series connection, use Z chart. Okay. This is this circle, the one which passes through the center of the chart. This circle. This is R equal to 1. Okay. So this is going, the next to it is 1.2. This circle R equal to 1.2. R equal to 1.2, 1.4, 3, 4, 5. So this end, okay. Here you can say R is equal to infinity. I can call this as resistance is infinity. I can call this end of the Smith chart, this end of the Z chart as open end. Now here if you can see R1, this is your R.9, R.6, R.2, R.1, R equal to 0. Okay, as R equal to 0, I can call this end of the chart as short end. Now I want to plot ZL normalized as 1.2 minus J 1.6. I located R equal to 1.2 circle. Now minus J, so we are going to use the lower half of the chart. And now I want to locate J 1.6, reactance circle 1.6. Reactance circle 1, 1.2, 1.4, reactance circle 1.6. Okay. The green one is a r equal to 1.2, the blue one is r equal to 1.6. So this is my load normalized, ZL normalized. So first step I have completed. Plot normalized load on the chart. Okay, now our aim is to find the position of the stub and length of the stub. Role of position of the stub is to compensate real part. Okay, so what we are going to do? First, as usual, draw constant VSWR circle. For that, compass at the center of the chart and take the distance equal to ZL in your compass and draw the circle. The center of the circle is going to be your center of the chart and radius of the circle is nothing but your ZL. So let me label this as constant VSWR circle. Now we are, as from the load we are moving towards the generator. So from this normalized impedance where the real part is not equals to 1, the real part R is equal to 1.2, we want to make it as a 1. So I will move from this point towards the generator, that is in a clockwise direction, till R real part becomes 1. If you can see immediately here, this constant VSWR circle is touching the R equal to 1 circle, the blue wala, R equal to 1 circle. Let me label this point as A and this point as B. Okay, so can I say that when we are moving from R equal to 1.2 along the constant VSWR circle in a clockwise direction, at point B, R, this moment is intersecting R equal to 1 circle. Okay, so I can say that at point B, the real part is becoming 1, which we have to take it as a D stub. So let's connect center to the point A, extend it on a wavelength scale, center to the point B, extend it on a wavelength scale. This distance, this is nothing but D stub. Okay, we need to measure it. Say this is wavelength corresponding to the point A, this is wavelength corresponding to the point B. So let's say D stub is wavelength corresponding to the point A minus wavelength corresponding to the point A on wavelength towards generator. When moving on constant VSWR circle. Okay. Let's note what is lambda A. On the constant VSWR circle, lambda A is 0.314 lambda and point B is 0.326 lambda. Okay, so D stub is equal to 0.326 lambda minus 0.314 lambda. Let me use calculator for this. 0.326 minus 0.314. So D stub is equal to 0.012 lambda. Lambda 0.012 into C upon F. This is your D stub. Now what is left? Left is to know the L stub. What is left? To know the L stub. Okay. Now I am at point B. Let me move along the constant VSWR circle in a clockwise direction. And now I am reaching to the point Z1. Okay. What is the interpretation of Z1? Two things. At Z1 R is equal to 1 and at Z1 1.6 minus J 1.6 phase compensation plus J 1.6. Okay, fine. So now just see, the stub is short circuited stub. As we have decided, the second thumb rule, if it is a short circuited, start from the short end. Okay, start from the short end and reach to the point. Let's label this point as C. Okay, so this is your Z chart. Here R equal to 0, therefore it is short end. Along the wavelength towards generator, I am going to start movement. I have started moving. I have to go in a clockwise direction and I reach at point C. Okay. Now let me connect center to the point 6 and extend it on a wavelength scale. Okay. So now this is going to be my L stub, which is playing the role of phase compensation so that perfect impedance matching will take place. Okay, so fourth step in our discussion is going to be let me fold the paper so that we can have the discussion on the same line. The fourth point, L stub is equal to what? Start from open end of Z chart and reach to the point C. What is that point C? Physical interpretation. It is a point where the imaginary part is getting compensated. Okay. Let's label this R equal to 0 point as D. So L stub is going to be lambda C minus lambda D. Lambda D is equals to 0. What is wavelength at lambda C? It is 0.178 lambda. So L stub is equal to 0.178 lambda, 0.178 into C upon F. So this way, for this chart, D stub is 0.012 lambda and L stub is 0.178 lambda. Now the same problem we will